Hello air signs, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Today we are going to be taking a look at some past life karma, past life healing that needs to be done at this particular moment of time. And today we have our crystals, which I know most people actually don't consider this a crystal, but this is really good to have. It's petrified wood. Holds a lot of wisdom and knowledge. Very good for grounding. And this one kind of looks like a heart. Alright, so let's see what we have, air signs. I just kind of picked out some cards and put them in a pile for you all. Looks like we have the mice. So already with the mice, this tells us, I feel like a lot of you in a past life have had to deal with some form of poverty or not having enough, or always having to deal with constant unchangeable situations. You had the dog, okay, mice and the dog. I feel like this had a lot to do with your family. So some of you guys may notice that you have karmic family connections or people that are close to you. Wow, okay, so you have the Tree of Life from Archangel Metatron. And the Indigo, Mystery and Mastery of Life. Wow. Okay, so let's get a deeper look at these two cards from this Archangel Metatron deck. With the Tree of Life, the mission is special and so are you. There may be times where you feel like you're stuck along life's pathways, yet wherever you are, there are blessings and learnings to explore and things to be done. There is no place you are supposed to be and no missed path that you didn't take. All roads converge back at the same point. There are no wrong turns or right turns, just different approaches to the same dimension. So the trick, I feel like one of the things that you guys need to learn how to experience this lifetime with this Tree of Life card especially, is that you exist in different dimensions, if that makes sense to you. I'm not sure if many of you are familiar with the Tree of Life and the ascension process, but it kind of just shows that through different parts of your evolution, you've been at higher parts than what you are now, and you've also been at lower parts than what you are now. So understand that it is a journey, and the journey is full of ups and downs, and you may feel as though you come from somewhere different or something different, but together, all that you need, or altogether, what you really need to know is that the particular path that you are in is one that was made especially for you, and only you can undergo the obstacles and challenges in which you've had to go through in this current lifetime and your past lifetimes. And with the Indigo, this is like saying you are of the stars, of the moonlight, of galactic origins. And you can sometimes lose sense of that, or be in the midst of feeling again like you're not exactly here. I feel like some of you guys could potentially be astral traveling, or you inquire to learn more about your galactic signature or your star seed family, and that would really make sense, because with this is saying, especially if you don't have any petrified wood, you should get some, because that grounds your earth star. Your earth star is your connection to this physical world, and if you are a star being, a galactic child, or connected to a galactic divine order, then you may need to be grounding more frequently, and your past life may be one that is not of a human origin. Some of you, like I said, are star seeds. That may be one of the biggest problems that you're having, is when you came here, you were not quite sure how to deal with this thing called emotions. You have the Queen of Swords and you have the Three of Swords. So for a lot of you guys too, I feel like there's a karmic mother that you always have to deal with, a karmic mother that is in your family, or it could be a karmic aunt. And it may be even that some of you guys were not raised by your mother. Some of you could be raised by your grandmother, and she was a bit karmic. But there's this recurring factor of a karmic woman in your life who is kind of cold and who you feel has hurt or betrayed you in some type of way. Then you have soul radiance with Phoenix rising. So this lifetime, you are meant to evolve and grow a large amount, if that makes sense. You are meant to get through a lot. That's why a lot was put on you from the time you were a child. You may have noticed as a lot of things could have occurred, especially around the age of 21 and 32. Those could be very significant for you, as well as 18 and 23. But with this Phoenix rising, you are really meant to rise from the dirt, rise from the ashes. There may have been situations in which you felt so down and depressed that you weren't sure if you could continue or how you should continue. So right now, the most karmic lesson that you're learning is to let go of the old self, let go of the false self. Understand that you are a Phoenix rising. Understand that the transformation that you are meant to go through was going to be challenging, but this is what you signed up for. This is what you can do, and you have to believe more in yourself so that you can get rid of a lot of the familial karmic ties. A lot of you guys are clearing up a lot of generational trauma or generational karma, especially, like I said, that's being passed down through the mother or karmic females. Like some of you guys could have a dad who has a karmic mom. There is this sense of a karmic female always being there in the past life and in your life that you have to kind of sever a tie with. And this person may be one that you choose not to communicate with this Mercury coming out. But again, too, this is another warning because we're coming into Mercury retrograde. I believe it starts May 23rd, but we are already in the pre-retrograde phase, so some of that is already being affected. But what I'm getting is with this Mercurian energy, Mercury retrograde, some of you guys are going to have these nostalgic moments in which you start thinking about the way that you compare yourself to your mother. Is it by how you talk, by how you walk, by how you speak, by how you are submissive or dominant? You also have you have the 7th house of relating. How do you relate to your mother? How does your love life relate to the one of your mother? Like, are you finding yourself in this repeated pattern with the females of your family where you're coming into partnership or having children with men who tend to not be the best, but create this transformation and feed this desire within you to grow? Some of you guys don't understand that karmic partner was a karmic partner, but if you didn't have that karmic partner, you wouldn't have excelled and evolved at the rapid pace in which you are continuing to grow and heal, especially when you compare yourself to a year from now. This is a lot about relationships in your life, karmic relationships with the family or with the partners as it relates to your love life. You get one more card for what does air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini need to pay attention to as far as karmic energy in their charts. Wow, okay, so this card that jumped out is the semi-sextiles. So when you get a chance, go and look in your natal chart and pay attention to the semi-sextiles. And if they're beneficial to you or if they could create more obstacles and challenges, because a semi-sextile is something that is actually encouraging or rewarding or tells you about the cycles that you grow through. Pay attention to that. Go to astrocafe.com and look at your natal chart. What planets are semi-sextiling? What does that mean? Google research what's in your natal chart. Learn master yourself by knowing what's in your chart. All right, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.